Diablo, while you've got a lot of things that we have in real life, like trees and grass, like the whole universe, there's, you know, it's a different place. So by paying attention to the treatment of all the instruments that make up the music, that sort of, I think that really helps embed you into the world and is going to make your experience and the time that you live in the Diablo universe all the more special.
The music again in thank you, Derek. The music again in Diablo 1, 2, and 2 expansion was so iconic and special. So I want you all to know that we paid great homage to that, especially in Act 1, because you start just outside New Tristram, and you're going to hear, you've probably heard some of it in the beta. I wish I had a lot of beta keys to throw out at you here. We studied what had come before. We also had about 90 minutes of recordings of Matt Ullman playing guitar and riffing on the original Diablo guitars and calling out what different things were in his mind, you know, for different sections. And so that's one of the things that I got to do in addition to the cinematic music, was to take that guitar work plus some stuff that Lawrence had done and kind of make this pastiche, this tapestry to take you through New Tristram. So now I want to talk a little bit about Lawrence. So Lawrence, I did call Paul McCartney and told him to leave you alone so that we could have full-time use of you. From Wings to Diablo 3, we have Lawrence Juber. Welcome, Lawrence.
Thank you. I saw myself as kind of the bridge from Matt's guitaristic stuff into the new version of it, and what was important for me was to maintain the continuity of that 12-string guitar-driven texture. And the voice of the 12-string is just so important. So, because I use a lot of altered tunings on my guitar work, what I did was, in places I would, instead of playing it in a regular standard tuning, I would retune the guitar. Let's say here I've got C, G, D, G, A, D, which gives me a very dark, kind of orchestrated texture to it. And then I would further layer and create texture by using other double-strung plucked instruments like mandolin, octave mandolin, Renaissance lute, also the hammer dulcimer, which is a very spooky and characteristic sound. And just try and build a lot of texture and make it, as much as I could, unpredictable, so that repetition wouldn't become kind of boring, but would keep like unearthing new things through the different layers. So, and I also took, I mean, we have the original kind of those chords, but there's also melodic elements like there's that element. So bringing that into the texture. Going in odd harmonic places and just kind of creating this ambience it was just a pleasure to get so immersed into something
super awesome.
Thank you.